I want to talk about this for The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, WWF. No, when I was a little kid, I told my son, people don't believe me in New Orleans. I used to act like Stone Cold and The Rock. My son don't believe me. When I tell him the little stories how everybody used to get on my kids in New Orleans about acting like Stone Cold and The Rock, he don't believe me that I used to take my little wrestling toys and when Squad Up was in the apartment with Wayne and Victor and Vince and everybody used to get on my kids and say, you crazy, you been acting like a Stone Cold and Steve Austin. But I wanna tell you something because as kids, you grow up around Mexican, you grow up around black, you grow up as white, and you grow up around those things. But when you get older, in school is great. You're not have that much of conflict in school. But when you get up in business, it's another world. It's a racism world. It's politics with ego mindsets. My teacher before I left New Orleans, and I wasn't even supposed to be in high school, and I didn't even know that until they started talking to the schools. He don't even supposed to be in the grade that he's supposed to be in, and he was the wrestling coach in Mary, New Orleans, and I used to go after him around after school. But we are dealing with Walmart, black and white, and people can't narcissist behavior. And when you're a kid, it's so much great. And I don't want people in CIB to be like, because I got a lot of Mexican friends that I grew up in CIB, and I have to watch what I say because. And I told Kevion, me and Kevion worked through the car in 2019. That's my brother. I told him that I'm not talking down on Dallas, but the concept of dealing with politics, the dealing with the business and grown-ups and how people dealing with their behavior and dealing with this stuff, right? So the concept of narcissists and other people, how black and white act, is something when you're a kid. But the thing is, when I come, people will try to split us up when we get older, and that's the biggest part in the business of us growing up from kids. And I have to have a guy. That's the biggest threat of childhood friendships. Um, the business of America and narcissism between because we all got to get a job, but that'll split us up because the personality differences or the connection can be the biggest conflict because everybody fighting for a title, and that can split us up in the business of a Walmart and the biggest of a Kroger's of a biggest of a business, and those different them things can cause conflict in the personality room, but they can cause conflict with friendships and the things in those format. But I told my son I used to act like a rock and I used to act like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And and all that, he don't believe me in New Orleans when people used to get on my butt in New Orleans. They used to call me crazy. You act like the rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Your butt is crazy. And be one of BG family members. Ashley, he got that. He was BG had a green and black motorcycle, and we used to play with fires. Saying you need to stay your bad ass out of trouble. Cause we used to do stuff, and that was about the time New Orleans was actually on the news. An apartment was on the news, and I had a blue shirt on it before the 2000s, and Bebe, Plucky, Darlene, we was all in the apartments, and we used to play football. And we used to shout out to Darlene. I used to have a girlfriend at that time. Her name was Dominique. She had glasses. She had a twin sister. Another girlfriend. I had so many. I've been in a lot of relationships. Um, in New Orleans. But the concept of growing up with when you let me tell you, Texas Governor Abbott making it a conflict. The mayor and other black adults making the conflict. I was on a football team for fucking God's sakes. I was on a theater team for God's sakes. I was in Mardi Gras. These people are making it conflict. a stubbornness behavior. Older people are making a conflict because of a title. Because of a title, and they making it conflict because of the viewpoints of knowledge. And that's where the things are being drawn at, where conflict and people want manipulation and control. I hope the Rock get this conversation when I'm gonna put on YouTube. I hope he get it, and I really do, because the concept of it is the concept of it is it doesn't make no sense. But if I grew up around those things, how can we understand it, right? The opinion of it, right? That person got some issues. I ain't trying to hear all that. They got some issues. Nobody got time for that. So, people opinion, Governor Abbey's stubborn self, and them trying to throw their opinion on people, and manipulation and racism. The only thing that's gonna save me and Mirza's communication is Sabina. That's the only thing that's saving the situation between me and him. That's the only thing that's saving the situation. And he know it and I know it. Cause me and her dad took care of our issues and we settled our problems. And she told me that this weight, that's the only thing that took care of it. But that yellow breezy lying ass boy, man, and everybody got a problem. And it just sucked that young thug gotta go to jail because he told me, Hubert, time here, all friendship. And it's sad, but that don't got nothing to do with me and Mirza. Me and Sabina was always in it together. My name is Hubert, HUBRTSELLERS. And it's not about Mirza's. It's not about him. It's really not about him. And people in Dallas, all you do is care about that hoe and that money. You just like Lil Wayne. All you do is care about that hoe and that money. I say, you got to know about my relationship before that. Yes, I will scream tomorrow. Yes. In Dallas County. So it's the concept of it. I always wanted to go see The Rock. I always wanted to go see a wrestling, but I never got to see it. I always watched them on TV. And I never got to actually go see him perform. It's sin when you can see him on TV, but you never actually got that opportunity to actually see The Rock in person or Triple H wrestling. And I think since we grew up as kids, and that's all we got, certain people, that's all they gonna get a chance to see. You ain't gonna get a chance, and I'm happy just to have that moment, to just to watch him on TV. That could be the greatest. It don't have to, even though you want to see him in person, and that, but that can be the greatest gift ever, just to watch him on TV and have that excitement on TV. So the concept of it, those are the things. That's the only thing that's saving Mirza right now, Sabina. That's the only thing that's saving him, man, for me communicating with him. I won't even be communicating with him. But I get fussed at because her mom said it wasn't time yet. I will be back, guys.